Ohio, so southeastern corner of the state. I've lived here since the mid 80s, and my kids grew up here. And but what I'm going to read to you is not actually about this place, even though I write about it all the time. It's more about my place in the flow of writers. I feel that we all have all these writers behind us who have helped bring us to where we are today, and then you are writers who will go on as Walt Whitman wrote, poets to come. You're the writers and artists who will go on beyond where I am, and I just think that is a wonderful flow.
That I kind of was just like messing around on the guitar, and I had recently gone on a hike, and so I decided to kind of try and take what I saw on the hike and transfer it into music.
So when Mom brought her home, a classic Pontiac Grand Prix 1981 model, what was left of her red racing stripe barely visible up close. Foam sprinkled on her passengers' wigs like dandruff from the sagging vinyl roof caving in. Sequin pins, drawing pins, safety pins, and cheap glue couldn't fix it. Lord knows how she made it to Van Nuys, Simi Valley during the week, or Lakeview Terrace or LA on the weekends. Running starts some days, travelers forced to use Flintstone feet when reverse didn't work. Metal hanger antenna, static-free radio. KJLH provided the soundtrack for many of her road trips, drowned out by extra loud, smoky car farts coming from the exhaust. In the shop more than she coasted in traffic, her life cycle coming to an end. Stubborn, she refused to endure one more mile. Flatlining on the 405, abandoned. After being hauled off on the bed of some raggedy tow truck, this time she was being chauffeured to her final resting place, a Cali garage in Sunny Valley. No one remembers what was wrong with her then. No goodbyes, no funeral, only heartbreak and a moment of silence. R.I.P. old Betsy.
So the theme for today was a place far-reaching. So I decided to pick a place that I drew from my series that I'm working on. It's a manga series, which is a Japanese comic book series. I decided to take one of those panels that I did of a place, and I was going to show that off to you guys and give a little bit of dialogue alongside it. So, pull it up. Ta-da! I don't know if you guys can see it. I hope you guys can see it. But, ta-da! So it's page 4. It's basically a monologue of how the world building and the lore, it's starting to show off how everything's set up, and I picked a place to show a bit of ominousy or ominous kind of nature, eerie kind of.
It's really hard to keep place when place is constantly chaotic. When you're filled with chaos, you don't really know what home is or what home feels like. So we find our ways creating our own homes and finding our own places. So the first piece I'm going to read is called Safe Place. And it's about a therapist conversation.
It's not limited to just Cincinnati, even though we love our greater Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky home place. So spread the word. I'm sending my love out to everyone, and I'll look for you in June, perhaps. Thank you again to all the great supporters, too.
Hey, guys.
Thank
you.
Here, keep writing, everybody.
Yes, keep going.
Writing, drawing, singing, making music, all of it.
Great job, everyone. Just remember, if you don't share it, it may never get shared.